It's the music recording network. Out of the shower to the bedroom, slip on something fresh. From the bedroom to the studio, to react to the best. If your day is blown, we crank to the morn. Make sure your sub is on while we playing your song. And it's gonna be on. We rock 3 channels up here on this YouTube stream, and we always let our subscribers know that they are supreme. Hey, stand by, cause we so fly. React to the beat, cause I'm that guy to move you all night long. Why, I tell you what's happening in this song. Music make me crazy, baby, do it for me louder. Viewers know my cross keep on pumping with the song. I'ma make you sweat until they turn the house lights on. After party at the Music Recording Network. What is up? What is up, YouTube? How y'all doing, man? I get a little sad when we talking about the kids. 200 kidnapped kids. Where are the 200 kids? What went missing at Disney World? I be so deep in my mind, dog. Dude. Disney World is supposed to be a place where everybody becomes a kid and happy and have fun. How in the world can you have a place that's, well, this is how they think, man. This is how they think. I'm a millionaire. I want all the kids. I want so many kids. I love kids. I am head over heels in love with kids, children, that I need to build a place to attract as many of them as I can and make it my business. It's a shame, man. I'm gonna give my thumbs up, man. Y'all, this is gonna be a 2-in-1 because we got this one and then we got my guy talking about the missing kids. So y'all hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. Let's get into them, man. Let's check it out.
Hey guys, it's Jessie V, and as you can tell by the title of today's video, I am doing another video on Disneyland. I love talking about Disney World, Disneyland, Disney in general. There are so many conspiracies and creepy facts. So today I'm focusing on some very disturbing accidents that happened since the park opened, and some of these incidents have to do with kidnappings, which is so creepy. When you think of Disney World, you think of like happiness and positivity. You would never think of something bad happening there, but it does. Before I get started, I just want to mention that we have a lot of cool new items on the website as usual. And before I get into them, I just want to remind you guys that $1 from every single one of your purchases goes towards a Lyme disease foundation that we're partnered with. It's called the G. Magnata Foundation, and they're making such a difference with their research. So every time you buy from us, it goes towards something really good, which I love. So we've got some new butterfly charm necklaces. We've got ice cream cone plushies, which are literally so cute. We've got Stewie the Hedgehog holding a strawberry. And what I love the most is that we have mystery hatching aliens. So they come in different color UFOs. And so you don't know what your alien's gonna look like. It is so cool. I love aliens. And I love mystery items, as you guys know. And speaking of mystery, we have just restocked our mystery galaxy ball necklaces. This has been the most highly requested item to bring back. So we did, but they are selling really quickly. So I'm gonna put everything down below in the description for you. Okay, so let's get right into these Disney accidents. The first thing we're gonna talk about is opening day. Disneyland's opening day on July 17th of 1955 was known as Black Sunday because of how disastrous it was. Some areas of the park were not quite finished, and the construction crew had to rush to finish the other areas before people arrived. The plumbers had gone on strike, forcing Walt Disney to choose between having the restrooms finished or the water fountains finished. And he chose the restrooms, which I understand. But because of that, guests were walking around desperately looking for water, and there were no water fountains. People were getting dehydrated, they were fainting, and it was a super hot summer day, so it was just not going well. In addition to this, a lot of excitement for the park's opening was created by Walt's television broadcasts advertising the wonders of Disneyland, resulting in the park being filled with over over double its maximum capacity of guests. There was this one man who was charging people $5 to climb a ladder over into the crowded park because staff had to cut it off. Like, they were closing the doors, they were shooing people away. So a guy got ladders and he was like, hey, if you pay me, you can still get into the park. It was so messed up. Rides were breaking down under the sheer amount of pressure they had to handle. The large crowds and technical difficulties made the opening day of Disneyland a disaster. Okay.
You gotta remember also, man, that back in those days, they didn't have cell phone for entertainment, the network, YouTube, games. This was the only source of this is major entertainment for people. So they advertise it and they have a lot of people want, oh man, Disney World? Dream come true.
Rides were breaking down under the sheer amount of pressure they had to handle. The large crowds and technical difficulties made the opening day of Disneyland a disaster. Okay, and then we have a crazy event that happened on Easter Sunday. For Easter Sunday one year, they decided to have a helicopter flying around with the Easter Bunny inside, throwing flowers down to park guests. On the fateful holiday morning, guests arrived at the park clothed in their Sunday best, and a 100-member orchestra played on the steps of the Main Street railroad station. At 11:15, the helicopter appeared, but it was creating a lot more wind than they had anticipated. So this helicopter was literally tearing the branches off the trees in the park. It was blowing away all of the musicians' sheet music. It was lifting up all the ladies' skirts like Marilyn Monroe. It was just awful. These helicopters were destroying the park. And the rabbit did not seem to notice that anything was wrong, so he began tossing down purple and white orchids into the crowd. But here's the problem. The orchids were frozen solid because they were being preserved for the event, and they just did not have enough time to thaw for some reason. So all the guests were running around screaming as the Easter Bunny is throwing down these frozen flowers at them. It was like paintballs being fired from above, and people's outfits were being ruined. They were getting concussions. It was really bad. The helicopter blew dirt and debris into all the Main Street shops, and the force of the wind that it created blew out many furnaces and thermostats, and apparently in the end, Main Street looked like a tornado had gone through it. So, suffice to say, they did not have an Easter event like that ever again. Then we have the Beatlemania chaos. In 1964, at the height of Beatlemania, the Beatles flew down to Southern California to perform at the Hollywood Bowl, and since they were in the area, rumors began flying that they would come to Disneyland for a fun day off. And some of the Disneyland staff caught on to this gossip, and they began telling guests that the Beatles wanted to have quiet time alone. They were coming to the park, they were going to be walking around. The thing was, they told guests that the Beatles would hide in character costumes and pretend to be the Three Little Pigs and the Big Bad Wolf. So the staff were obviously making this up just to be interesting to guests. And at first, the staff that were in the wolf and the pig costumes were playing along with the screaming girls. They were like pretending to run and hide just to go along with it. But the Beatles fans became so intense that the characters' need to flee became real. Fans were mobbing the characters and grabbing at them all weekend. And it actually forced Disney's management to temporarily remove all the characters from the park until the Beatles left California. Because literally people were coming into Disneyland thinking any character who was masked or had a costume on could have been one of the Beatles. It was crazy. And the culprits behind this horrible rumor were never found, so those staff members who were telling everybody this were never found out. Okay, and then we have the rumor of the 200 kidnapped kids. In 1987, a 16-year-old boy was sent out to the Disney parking lot to bring the car around front to pick the rest of his family up. But he was then followed by these two men who kidnapped him at gunpoint. The two men were thankfully arrested the next day in Los Angeles. The 16-year-old boy was fine, but the abduction fueled these crazy rumors that there was a kidnapping ring in Disneyland, specifically in the Magic Kingdom. Churches in the area also began warning parents to watch their kids closely at the Disneyland park because people were in the park trying to steal them. So parents began calling Disneyland very very upset, asking what they were doing to protect the children, and an Anaheim police chief had to give this formal statement denouncing the rumors, but they continued regardless of what he said. According to these rumors, 200 children had been kidnapped in the park, and there was this one story about a woman whose 2-year-old boy was pulled from her stroller while they were walking around Magic Kingdom, and she began running around the park looking for him, and then she saw this woman who was standing there holding up this bundled blanket, and she saw her son's shoe sticking out of it. So she snatched the bundle from the woman and was horrified to see that she was in fact carrying her son, and she had tried to disguise him with the red wig so she'd be able to get out of the park unseen. But this whole story was thought to be another rumor made up to scare people, as there is no record of this happening. And what's crazy is that to this day, police continue to receive dozens of calls each year asking about the non-existent kidnappings occurring in Disneyland. They want to know if these 200 kids have been found, but apparently there never was any 200 missing kids. But some people think, like, is Disneyland just trying to cover this up, or is it just a crazy rumor? Anyways, guys, those are all of the incidents I wanted to talk about today. There are so many more. I can make this into a whole series, so let me know if you guys want to see that. Give this video a thumbs up if you do. And don't forget, if you want to check out any of the awesome new items we have on the website, I have linked it down below. But I hope you guys have an awesome rest of your day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye! Hey guys, oh my gosh, I cannot believe that I launched my world this week. It's been so awesome seeing all of your amazing blue skin, and I will see you in the world very, very soon.
In the world. She launched her own world. Wow. I'm hoping it is a rumor, man, to be honest. I hope that it is a rumor. So check this out. Investigators dog Disneyland conspiracies. I hope it is a conspiracy, man. I hope people are saying that Disney World has, I would hope that somebody spent all that money and get this organization up. It's not doing negative things to kids. That's what I'm hoping. So
Disneyland, the happiest place on earth. Just kidding. It's a place where children go missing.
Over 200 missing kids have been reported at Disneyland.
There's frozen bodies.
Is Great Uncle Walt frozen underneath the Pirates of the Caribbean?
Underground tunnels, skeletons. CJ. And today, I'm going to be diving in and investigating some of the dark conspiracies about Disneyland. Let's get to business. I don't know if that sounded cool. It sounded cool in my head. Okay.
The first conspiracy that we're gonna explore is the missing children conspiracy. A lot of children go missing in Disneyland every year.
Can we have like a little bit of fun?
No.
Alright, this is my friend Tyler, everyone. He's gonna be joining us. It's also his first time in Disneyland, so he's very excited. Tyler. But we're not here to mess around. We're here to investigate these conspiracies.
100 kids a year disappear at Disneyland.
I feel like it happens probably daily. Like,
yeah,
the kid goes one way, the parents accidentally go another, and then it's just like, now it's a missing child.
So one of the cases was that this little girl went inside of a bathroom. It was restroom number 4, and apparently someone grabbed her from like a tunnel, and the mother went in, saw that she was grabbed, told the employees, and the employees did their best to like essentially like wave it off, like, oh no, that couldn't have happened. It could maybe not be true at all. But if it is true,
we'll use this map and circle every single bathroom to double check we go to each one. And we'll mark it off as we go. So that way we know we checked every bathroom in the park that could potentially have something weird inside, like a tunnel or something out of the ordinary. And then we'll know for sure if it was in this park or not.
Me and Tyler were trying to find something unusual in one of these bathrooms, like a secret door, some sort of tunnel, something that a kid could easily just get lost in.
there's nothing in there.
And the more we searched, the less we found. Until eventually we just realized that this was really fucking weird.
I feel really weird doing this.
And after searching all these bathrooms, I'm very convinced that this specific story of the 4-year-old going missing was just a story that a TikToker made up. And after that, it just seems like other TikTokers started copying each other, similar to what Brent Rivera does with his content. But yeah, I just think this one is a lie.
Mystery solved, they're all there.
However, there's still kids who go missing every year at Disneyland. And our next conspiracy might have the answer as to how.
Hi, I'm here at the entrance of the secret cave that goes into Disneyland. Here goes. I did make it. I made it. I made it, I made it, I made it.
People have said, and I think this is true, is that they have these like underground tunnels at Disney World.
Yes.
People say the same about Disneyland, but I'm not quite sure, to be honest.
I don't know about Disneyland. Disney World definitely does. This is all alleged, by the way.
Yes. There is a video of this guy 12 years ago. He went inside of a tunnel, and he literally said on his description where this tunnel was, and it led, I think it led inside Disneyland.
We can recreate this video ourselves.
Oh, here we go.
Where he came out.
Yeah.
Thank you. Dude, I hope this music's not copyrighted. Wait, Tyler, it's here. Tyler, I'm pretty sure it's here. Come over here. Yes, it's here.
Look, when he's coming out, he has the same rocks.
Yes, he matched. Okay.
This is definitely it.
Okay.
This is 100% the same cave.
Oh, where does that come out of?
Oh, it's a whole maze.
Oh, thank you. Okay.
Oh, this is actually kind of spooky.
See all these caves? They all lead somewhere, and you can just kind of walk in. And he probably pretended that he was here, and then he'd lower the camera to kind of trick you, and then that's when he went, oh my
yes,
God,
look
guys,
at this.
I'm at Disneyland. I'm at Disneyland. So he was a liar and a thief, probably.
Probably.
Myth busted.
So real quick, to clarify, Disney
that's
World,
crazy.
the one that's in Florida, does have underground tunnel. That way employees can get by. However, Disneyland does not have any underground tunnels.
Like underground tunnels?
Holy.
At least from what we found. And this video that went viral 12 years ago is fake. Also, the guy who recorded the video was in fact an actor, which further proves the point.
Want to know a fun fact?
What?
Above the fire department over there, that was Walt's apartment back in the day. So that way he could actually live here at the park and be like able to hop into
Stop
situations.
people.
No, like jump into situations that he's needed for.
Right. Nice try, Diddy.
Okay.
The next conspiracy has been around probably the longest out of all the Disney conspiracies. And the fact that it's been circulating around for years makes me think that there's a chance that it's real.
And there's still a few more disturbing conspiracies that we're gonna look into. But before that, I wanted to give you an update on my life.
And I know you're not my therapist, but just give me a second here. That last year, I really fucked it up. I had all these like goals and then dreams, and I feel like I just like slowly started letting go of them. I don't know about you, if you didn't lock in last year or you feel like you didn't accomplish everything you wanted to, let's make this year the year of redemption. Let's make this year I typically post once a month. From now on, we're gonna double it and pass it on to the next person. Just kidding, sorry. For some reason, I don't post twice a month. Please catch me. And the first person that catches me, I'm gonna give them $100. This is my Instagram right over here. DM me if you don't see a second post this month. Let's go on to the next conspiracy. One of the conspiracies is that Walt Disney is frozen underneath that castle.
Why?
I don't know, but a lot of people are claiming that.
Is Great Uncle Walt frozen underneath the Pirates of the Caribbean rock?
He is not. We don't have him in an ice cube tray in the freezer, and no.
I did talk to someone about this who went to one of these places who freezes bodies.
The reason they titled the movie Frozen was that so when you looked up Walt Disney Frozen, it would come up with the movie. I saw it to go with actually. Instead of Walt Disney being frozen.
You went to one of these labs where they freeze people.
Yes, people can be frozen. You can be frozen if you want, if you pay for it. I just don't know if he's frozen there or under the castle.
This was around when he died. This technology.
Oh yeah. The goal is that one day when the technology becomes available, they can bring them back to life.
So guys, if you're watching this and you want me to take you to Disneyland, subscribe. If I do a part 2, I'm going to take a random fan to Disneyland. He's underneath it.
Really? Like in the pond?
Walt? Where's Walt Disney?
Where is he? I mean, who is this? Describe him to me. Maybe I've seen him.
He built the park.
He built this place, so he's a carpenter.
Yes.
Maybe you have fun finding this
Walt Disney
figure, yes.
Okay, yeah, thank you. They're clearly keeping secrets. We heard this crazy conspiracy that Walt is under here. Is that true?
I don't know about that.
Okay.
I don't know about
No,
that.
it's okay. My imagination just runs wild. I just.
That's okay.
So you don't believe that Walt is still?
I wouldn't put it past Disney. I truly would not put it past them.
Okay, interesting.
But I don't know.
I don't think Walt Disney's here. What do you think?
No, he's not here. That makes no sense.
But now, our next conspiracy has to do with real human remains.
There's a really big conspiracy, Tyler, Yeah. Now, when the park first started, Walt Disney didn't like the props of the skeletons, so he decided to go to UCLA, the research center, and he grabbed bones, like real skeletons. Now, this isn't a conspiracy, it's real. Like, this actually happened.
Yeah, I've heard of this.
But late 80s, early 90s, they decided to swap them out. However, people say that there's still some real skeletons in this ride.
I would know a fake body part from a real one, trust me.
Okay, great.
I can smell it.
What? We were here because we heard that there was real bones here. Or did they lie to me? It was a Reddit comment.
Yeah, dead men tell no tales.
Okay.
What would we do with a drunken sailor? What would we do with a drunken sailor? What would we do with a drunken
First ride of the day. Yeah, it's a water ride.
Way hey and up she rises, way hey and up she rises, way hey and up she rises early in the morning.
That one looks fake though. That definitely looks fake. Fake. Yes.
I see a lot bigger. That was bigger than all the other ones.
Yeah, that looks different. We just went through the ride and it's still unsolved, but Talor, you have it. What's your opinion on it?
I think it's real.
Do you have any proof?
No, just vibes.
All of them look like prop skeletons except one.
Yeah.
One of them look like it could be real. What do you guys think on this one? I'll let you guys decide.
That one on the wall is much larger and also a different color. It might be made somewhere different if it is fake, or maybe it's just real.
Soon may the weatherman come to bring us sugar and tea.
No, this is fake.
One day when the time is done, take a
What are you gonna do?
Oh my God.
Definitely
oh my
fake.
God.
We can get out of here now.
and swore to take that whale in tow.
Smellitizers. Apparently Disney has smellitizers so they can make you hungry and they can control your mind.
I don't know about the second part, but I think they are a real thing.
You can see them right there, no? Isn't that one of them?
I think so.
No, it doesn't smell like anything.
Over there, smell like popcorn.
Where?
Over around the corner.
So there's vents, a smell system.
Yes, that is.
In all of the rides, resorts, and confectionaries. And so they pump out aroma to kind of instigate a sense of nostalgia whenever you smell something.
Do you know what the smellitizers are? I want to take a photo next to a smellitizer.
I'm not sure where they like are in the park. I have heard of it.
You.
20
This is where they are. This is where the smell things are. This is what I saw online.
No.
No?
No.
No.
It doesn't smell like anything.
Are you
Go smell it.
I really wanted to believe that this was true and find this. Just the thought that Disney puts out a certain smell so you can feel a certain way about a ride or just maybe even get hungry sounded really cool. I couldn't find one fucking vent that smelled like anything.
I still think they're real, dude. I didn't find any, but I still think they're real.
I don't think they're real.
They're real.
Inconclusive on that one.
No, they exist. They're hiding something. The last one for you. This one's kind of crazy.
Okay.
Apparently, people say that no one can die at Disneyland.
I knew you were gonna bring that one up. Yes and no.
Oh yeah, you can't die at Disney. Write a medical report until they're off Disney property.
Wow.
Because you'll never find anybody like on Wikipedia or anything like that.
I feel like this video has like been harshing on Disney, but I also know that it's like not that bad.
It's just the topic of what we're talking about. I love Disney, or I wouldn't have worked there, I wouldn't still live there if I did not love Disney. So,
dude, I'm telling you, the ride here, insane.
Really?
I think there's a conspiracy on it, actually.
What's the conspiracy? You haven't told me what the conspiracy is.
We have transports waiting to take you to General Organa's secret base on.
Turns out that there was no conspiracy in the Star Wars ride. I should have seen it coming. Talor just wanted to ride the ride, and to be honest, it was really fun. After all this, I can still see why people call Disneyland the happiest place on Earth.
We should be investigating, dude. We should be doing something else besides this shit, my lord.
Oh my goodness. I'm glad to say, to see that there's a lot of myth and stuff. They were saying that the 200 kids missing, that's not true. I think somebody just started that rumor and then everybody just started running with it, so to speak, you know. So y'all tell me what y'all think. Have y'all heard the rumors of bad things happening to kids at Disney World or Walt Disney? I don't know which is which, but Both of them was built to be fun places for kids, and even adults can turn into kids there. And I love that about the place. Oh man, I wish I'd have went often. I did. We went once. I wish all kids have a chance to visit places like this all over the world. Look here, I'm Uncle Mike. I'm gonna get on up out of here. Y'all take it light, take it slow. Y'all tell him Uncle Mike told you so. Peace out.